Hello everybody, it's Fredrina again. I'm back with Thursday's video, the second part of our video for the week. And on Tuesday, just to recap, we're talking about thankfulness, of course, and by the time that you see this, it will be Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving to you and your family and your friends. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Well, have had an amazing day by the time you see this. I also want to just say that I hope that we're all progressing together. We're all progressing in a way that is positive for our business, ourselves, kind of developing ourselves. Because when you go into Q1, in order to dig deep, you're going to have to know who you are, what it is you want to see in your life, and how you plan to make that come to pass, right? So I just wanted to throw that out there, as well as recap on Tuesday's video. So on Tuesday's video, I introduced the topic of company dissection, and the company that I wanted to dissect is OpenAI. So on Tuesday's video, I spoke about how Sam Altman was ousted by the board of directors, or like the shareholders, I think it is. And he actually has employees who are willing to follow him wherever he goes. So I briefly mentioned that where he will possibly go is actually Microsoft, he and his co-founder. And if he goes to Microsoft, he also has over 500 employees who are willing to be named and willing to be put on paper that they are willing to go back or go with him wherever he goes because they want him back in the position of CEO. And I talked about loyalty and what it takes to get that loyalty, what your leadership characteristics need to look like in order to gain that loyalty, and then also kind of like what you need to do as a leader to continue to champion for your people as well, to continue to give them a future, to continue to provide hope for them beyond just knowing that AI is the thing of the future. They need to know what else you're doing. And that extra part that he was doing was actually gaining funding to kind of launch his own company, a bit like NVIDIA, which is a software chip company. And like I said in Tuesday's video, NVIDIA kind of had us in a chokehold for a little bit. No phones could be created, no laptops, no tablets. They kind of, had things on pause for a minute when there was a shortage on chips. So he's going out to champion that, to make sure that the AI he creates has their own streamlined chips so that they don't have to wait for someone else for production, which is also smart. And that's the benefit of working on your business and not in your business. Something Trinity Professional Group really stands on. So for Sam Altman to garner this type of support of 500 plus employees willing to be named, like I said, that loyalty is second to none, especially in this economy with inflation, and we're still teetering and tottering with the thing of if we're in a recession, we're not in a recession, interest rates are too high, suddenly they're back down to 4.99. It's a lot. So you have to be amazing in order to have these people behind you. So some of the business topics that I wanted to talk about, kind of like last week when we spoke on SWOT, right? Your SWOT analysis is important because you need to know how you measure up against the big boys that are also in your industry. And one of the biggest boys in tech, Microsoft, one of the oldest running, one of the most seasoned companies in the tech industry, Microsoft is willing to take on Sam Altman as head of their AI department. Now, here's the cool part. We know Microsoft for programs, for software. Now they kind of moved into the tablet and phone industry a little bit, and laptops. They're kind of easing out there, but their stability has always been in their software, their programs, and kind of making those programs the standard for any and every computer, despite whether it's Apple or a normal kind of like HP or Dell or Lenovo. They've expanded their brand to where it's compatible with everything. So I haven't heard talks of Microsoft really being into AI. I haven't really heard of them leading the charge on anything dealing with AI or anything like that. So to hear that Sam Altman would be willing to go there, or that he was actually offered the position by Microsoft's current CEO, is actually the opportunity in SWOT. Like strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. This is an opportunity. They are capitalizing on the fact that they do not have to do grassroots work to get their AI department up and running, which is the wave of the future. They don't have to do groundwork because they have someone, if he accepts the position, along with his co-founder, in place to launch them light years ahead of everyone else. And the reason that they can be launched light years ahead of everyone else is because of Microsoft's resources. Microsoft has billions of dollars. They have stability. They have their namesake, right? They built their brand around quality. They built their brand around standardization. They built their brand around longevity even. You know, they've been around since before I was born, I believe. They kind of were like churning out some stuff. So they have this brand to back them. They have, you know, Bill Gates' name to back them on top of that. So with them doing that, his current venture of trying to allocate funds to create the chip for technology, or trying to become like a competitor kind of bit against NVIDIA, this is all going to be fast-tracked due to Microsoft's resources. He doesn't have to wait for things that he had to wait for before. He doesn't have to kind of go out and sell his idea or try to make people buy into it or realize it or believe in it. He doesn't have to do that anymore. He's going to have limitless resources at his hands, and it's going to launch him so much farther ahead, to the point where while he was working on the business before he left OpenAI, he's now going to find something else that he can work on to generate more capital for Microsoft even. So be careful of how you treat people. I know that it was the board's decision to get rid of Sam Altman, and also his co-founder, who decided to leave as well. But they didn't plan on those 500 plus people being willing to be named to leave the company. You cannot do everything. While you may be focused on the bottom line, while you may be focused on what it looks like for your company from a public, you know, standpoint of whatever it was that he kind of committed against the company, it doesn't matter. Like, you have to be willing to take a stand on something. Sometimes the buzz is good. This could have been very good for OpenAI. This could have been very good for ChatGPT. This could have been amazing for Twitch if they spun it the right way. If they spun it the right way. Because now you're in a position where you're going to be placed second again within your industry. Tech is very cutthroat. Everybody wants to be in tech. Tech is the wave of the future. And like I said, definitely with AI, everyone knows that we're moving towards an AI-centered world even. So to have someone who's leading the charge in this, and then you dismantle them instead of standing beside them, is detrimental. Like, they're really looking to lose something in the event that Sam and his co-founder go over to Microsoft, along with the employees they're going to take with them. So when you're in an industry, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, again, just to recap, you have to analyze all of these when it comes to just about any decision. And dismantling a CEO is one heck of a decision to make without kind of going through some analyses and pouring through some decisions and what the contingencies of these decisions are. You know, that's a big deal to pour through. So I really want you all to just think on your leadership style. Think on who you want to be as a leader. How can you really invest in your employees? Well, your team. That's what I prefer to call them. How can you invest in your team? How can you show them, like, hey, I am leading the charge to make sure you have a future, to make sure our company has a future. And your belief in our company is going to take us all much farther. And in this case, when you see Sam Altman, this is exactly what he's done as a leader. I think that the upper leadership hasn't quite bought into what Sam was doing for the company as much as the employees, because they were able to see the results as their hands were the ones in the mix more than everyone else's, right? Like I said, you have your floor leadership who's with your team a little more than upper leadership or your C-suite or your directors. They're there with them a little more. So I feel like those people who are supporting the employees also were in direct connection with what Sam Altman was doing for his company. So in the event that they go over to Microsoft, Microsoft is winning. Microsoft is going to make itself yet another relevant giant in the tech industry. It's not just going to be programs and, you know, Word and Outlook. It's going to be AI and generating a couple of different things and having the chips to do it on their own. So I really want us to, you know, focus on our leadership strategies and focus on who we are, what we want in our company, and how we want to translate our wants and desires down to our team. And then also have them embody that as well, like they've done over at OpenAI. As always, check out TrinityProfessionalGroup.com. Freddie the Trinity Pro on social media, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, my Facebook, Fredrina Freddie the Trinity Pro. I love what I do. I love this company Dissection. And leave me some reviews. Leave me some comments to let me know if you like the company Dissection or my other videos with some of the core business tips. And I would love to hear them. Thank you so much, guys. You have a great Thanksgiving. Bye.